Aloha and happy holidays. It's Ronnie Margolis with eXp Realty and the agency Margolis team on the beautiful garden island of Kauai. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to be covering what's happening in Kauai real estate and what we can expect going into 2025. So this video is a must watch if you're thinking about buying a home in Kauai. We'll take a look at the trends, the inventory, the market velocity, and we'll go through all that when we do the numbers. Let's take a look at the market summary. This is the sales volume and the number of sales that have happened here for the last 12 months. So ending at the end of November 30th, we won't have the year-end numbers until January 5th. And what you can see is here in November, this is the lowest month for sales volume and numbers of sales on the island of Kauai for all of 2024. In fact, there between condominiums and homes and pieces of land, there were only 52 sales for the entire month of November. Now, partly the market might have slowed down because of the election, but a lot of the drivers in the market persisted most of this year, and they're going to foreshadow a lot of what we're going to see, it's my belief, when we go into 2025. Let's take a look at the sales volume by district. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the 5 districts, the way that Kauai is broken down. And you'll notice that the orange bar for Koloa, or the South Shore, and the red bar for Hanalei, or the North District, represent the highest volume of dollars that have changed hand in terms of real estate purchases. And that's natural because that's where our more luxury properties are, our luxury vacation rentals, and so on and so forth. Out west, you'll notice the tiny bars for Waimea, and although we have some of the most affordable housing out there, the housing out there is not high demand for people that are coming from the mainland, maybe looking for more of a second home, if you will. Next, let's take a look at the monthly comparison. So this is showing us how many units sold in November, the current month sales, how many units sold in October, the previous month sales, and a year ago, how many properties sold in November of 2023, so we can see a comparison. We know that we're ending the year with more sales in 2024 than we had in 2023. And the market looks like it's going to continue to appreciate, but will there be any significant difference in the amount of transactions? Perhaps not, because of some of the influences on the market. If we take a look at these numbers, you can see this first category are residential single-family homes. And you can see that in October, there were 24 single-family homes that sold. In November, 22, just a slight drop. A year ago, 25 homes sold, again, around the same area. In terms of condominiums, and this is a trend we've been watching most of the year, certainly the last 6 months, 27 condominiums sold in October, but only 18 in November. That's a decrease of 35 to 40%. And a year ago, even though the market wasn't as brisk at the end of 2023, still 22 condos compared to 18 condos sold in the month of November. Land stays about the same. And compared to last year, where we had only 6 pieces of land sell in November of last year, the last couple months we've had 11. And more people are buying land, and certainly there are a couple of affordable projects in terms of multi-acre properties, certainly in Kapa'a, and that's driving the market in that regard. And so what does all of this mean? Well, if we take a look over the last 12 months, you can see that from December of last year to November of this year, we've had a total of 765 sales. The median price island-wide is around $1 million. Of course, in the more affluent areas, the median price is significantly higher than in the more modestly priced areas. And currently we have 424 active listings. Now, here's something I want to show you. If we go back and take a look at the beginning of the year, so at the end of January of this year, we had 332 active properties for sale. And then if we flip forward to the latest data that we have, at the end of November, Look, there's 424 active listings for sale. So our inventory has grown, but is the market gaining more momentum? Are there more transactions happening? Well, let's just reflect a little bit on what the market conditions are and what we anticipate happening in 2025. One of the ongoing concerns, of course, is housing affordability. A recent report from UHERO tells us that housing affordability in Hawaii has reached unprecedented lows at 20% of the households being able to afford a home, and that's down from 44% just 4 years ago. And this trend is expected to continue into 2025, potentially damaging the amount of market as fewer residents can afford home purchases. Another factor are interest rates, right? So the elevated interest rates have mortgages less accessible to many buyers. We had the rates go down about 6 weeks ago, and there was a lot of excitement. Maybe the rates will keep going down. Now there's uncertainty about that happens. Projections for 2025 are that the rates may decrease slightly, but they're probably going to remain high enough to continue to impact buyers' affordability and the overall market dynamics. In terms of our pricing, because of still the constrained inventory, median home values in Kauai are predicted to go up another 5 to 7% in 2025. So our median price is liable to go up from the $1 million price point that it's at now. And the proliferation of short-term rentals here on Kauai, which increased, by the way, 22% between 22 and 23, continues to further strain our housing market. Now, that's a good thing if you own a vacation rental because tourism remains strong, but of course, that can be volatile depending on things that happen, forces of nature, some of the tensions around the globe. For the moment, tourism remains strong, and people that own vacation rentals here seem to be pretty content, although a rise in the homeowners' fees and homeowners' insurance are driving some people to sell their properties. You saw early in this market update how the condo sales were down 35 to 40% just from last month. And that trend is likely to continue. So that's the one area of the market where there's more malleability in terms of the pricing and negotiation, with the buyer oftentimes in a situation where they can be a little bit more aggressive because of the high prices and the fact that the cost of ownership, many people, when they're selling, they just decide, I'm pulling out of here. It's not meeting my expectations. That is to the advantage of the buyer. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and stay in touch with the latest news on the island of Kauai. We've got some great new listings coming up that we're excited to launch at the beginning of the year. And if you need information about anything regarding Kauai, resources, vendors, our culture, our nonprofits, and the real estate market, my team and I are here to take really good care of you. I want to thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and express my gratitude for the opportunity to be of service to you and those people that you care about. I wish you a wonderful holiday with friends and family and all good things in the coming year. We'll see you with the next market update in 2025. For the Margolis Team Kauai, part of the agency out here in Hawaii, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing property tours and real estate insights from Kauai.